Our children do not care if we're happy. Get that through your noggin. They don't care if their parents are happy. They care if they are happy.
Go at your own pace. Don't let somebody convince you when you should be involved. But keep in mind, once that happens, it changes.
I met my stepkids probably about 1.5 to 2 years after my husband and I had begun dating. And it was something very simple. So we planned it out because I was like so nervous. Are they gonna be like, you're not my mom? So we met at the bowling alley.
So when I first met my stepdaughter, I was very intentional about letting her set the pace and set the tone about our relationship.
I dove right into being a full-time stepmother right after the day after we got married. There was no kind of buffer, and so that was definitely tricky. It was tricky for them and tricky for me.
Just starting out, be friends. Do not parent these children.
You want to come in and be a parent, and you want to come in and try to assert your authority or be a disciplinarian. Honey, be a cool auntie. Leave the discipline to their parents until they've established a relationship built on respect and boundaries with you.
I have to say, I wish I had followed that rule of not disciplining stepchildren. I really wish I had known that that can kind of cause a rift in the relationship really early, and if you can hold off for a couple of years on not doing any discipline, that you're more likely to gain their trust and develop that sense of closeness.
But just like in any household, somebody is usually the one who does the enforcing, and somebody's usually the one who lets the kids get away with it. Any household. So when it comes to your blended household, let your partner take the heavy lifting.
It takes work to be in a family like this.
Don't make them call you mom. Let them call you by your first name or a nickname or whatever they want. They may change their mind down the road.
I get a different relationship. I don't have to do all of the punishing, and I don't have to do all the things that you think a parent does. I do some of them, and I certainly step up when I need to, but I can also step back and be a friend whenever that's what my stepdaughter needs. And I think she confides in me in a lot of things that she doesn't necessarily feel comfortable confiding in her parents.
As a stepmother, you are embracing somebody that you didn't create, you didn't cause heartache for.
It can be hard for children to accept love if they don't know where it's coming from, they can't control it. It's an incredibly beautiful moment when you realize that they've received your love, they accept it. I know my kids love me because they now make fun of me sort of nonstop.
The reward comes like later in life. You may not always get the hugs and kisses, but over time, you definitely do start to feel that relationship has really been built, and that they'll come to you for life advice. And one of my stepdaughters has 2 children, so we talk about parenting all the time now, right? And it's become a really great connection for us.
They want to know that you care, and they want to know that you're always going to take care of them. So as a stepmother, you have to do a lot of reassurance. Anytime we end a visit with the kids, I'll always say, you know, guys, thank you for inviting me into your family. I really appreciate it. I thank you for just being so good to me. And this is my first time being a stepmom, so you guys got to tell me if I'm screwing up, because I don't know. And they'll be like, you're doing all right.
You really have to try to enter that child's world and live in their world as much as you can. It doesn't have to be quality time. Honestly, quantity really counts. Did they tell you that? Yeah, in parenting, it's all about quantity.
I hope when my stepdaughter's older that she can look back and see that just how much I loved her and how much I truly wanted what was best for her. And there are so many times that it doesn't necessarily come out the way that she may want it when she's 9, but I love her so much, and I've tried so hard to give her the best life and to help her feel like she had an equal shot at happiness and a successful future and all those things as her friends that don't have divorced parents had.
I felt very vulnerable as a new stepmother, and that some of that feeling of wanting things to be a certain way, or maybe feeling like I needed to kind of, almost control things a little bit because everything was kind of feeling kind of chaotic. I never wished upon them to have them feel unloved or uncared for, or that, that they weren't good enough and that somehow they should change to what I wanted of them.
I regard them as mine, and I wish that they could understand that I am your dad's wife, but I am also something to you. I am yours now too. So that's probably that's something I want them to know. I'm yours too.
I wish they understood sort of how unsure I was when I went into the relationship. And I think they do know how I'm completely crazy about all of them. They're like amazing women, amazing.